It's a commonly used thing for especially hookworms in Africa. Yeah, they're seeds, grinded seeds. It's not going to hurt you. It's effective. Yeah, it's scientific. Papaya seeds. You heard? Yeah, it's scientifically validated worms in Africa, different places, Caribbean too. Yeah. I never ground it. Mortar and pestle. How you grind? You just grind it when it's dried. I've never used it, but I know people that have. Seeds. But it doesn't make it bitter.
Not bitter, just spicy.
Spicy? Is that good? Spicy? Yeah.
But after that, I'm hearing that if it only came back with the
Fact check it. You need to get some research. Yeah. Okay. So last night. Yes, sure. Okay, we're good. Last night I said something about honey, agave nectar, natural things like this. I'd like to clarify what I said. Sucrose, fructose, glucose, dear friends, they're all sugars. And if you eat too much sugar too fast, it can have an effect on your immune system. That's all. If you have hypo is too low, hypoglycemia, and your blood sugar dips too low, you can drink a glass of apple juice, it'll raise it. But you eat an apple, it won't do the same. What's the difference? Now, you can give answers like that too. What's the difference? That's it, the fiber. The fiber is the key. It slows down the emptying of the stomach. And these processed sugars, even sugar cane, cane sugar comes from sugar cane. Sugar comes from sugar beets. I eat beets. I had beets at your house yesterday. They were sweet. But I'm saying without the fiber, everything changes. Back to the point last night, you got to eat it the way God made it. That's all. Is it okay to have a little maple syrup, a little honey, a little this? Yes. I've got some honey from my friend, and I have a little bit, but not too much. Evening, brother. Evening. No, it's fine. We're just reviewing last night. I'm clarifying some things. I want Miss Arlene to be happy with me tonight, everything, okay? So far, I got the green thumb, right? Let me just say what I was saying. I was clarifying the problem, the challenge with maple syrup, honey, and all the rest, because if you eat too much, it can have an effect on the immune system because it lacks the fiber. So when you get fructose in a mango, there's sugar in a mango, but it does not raise your blood sugar because the fiber slows the release in the stomach of the food. Anyway, got through that. Remember last night I read this, and I kind of disguised it, said the playbook. It says simple and natural manner as possible. And I said last night that's unprocessed, unrefined. Again, the way God made it. Always pointing back to the way God made it. And I said, well, what are processed foods? And I used that picture last night. On the right, on the left is a mango. On the right is, it depends. If it's a juice, processed. If it's a smoothie, you're okay. The juice, you took out all the good stuff, the fiber, phytochemicals. The smoothie, you left in all the good stuff. Big difference between a smoothie and juice. Big difference. And I use this. I'm going to put one more in tonight to clarify. Soy, tofu. In a soybean, it's high in calcium. It is. Tofu has no calcium. You say, my tofu at home, it does say calcium because they coagulate the soybeans using calcium sulfate, and it gives calcium. That's a calcium supplement. It's not part of the soybean. Okay. Again, the way God made it, the soybeans. I'm not saying it's a sin to eat tofu. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying the whole food has things the processed food doesn't. That's all I'm saying. Don't stone me. Olives, I read that last night. All the good stuff in the olives. Now, this is what I added tonight, this next one. All those good things in the olives. If you take the oil out of the olive, you lose some of that stuff. Okay? Now, so on the right, they stuffed this, so it's not, that's a little processed. But let's say a whole olive on the right, olive oil on the left. Now, let God speak, since we're among church members. When properly prepared, olives, like nuts, supply the place of butter and flesh meats. Yeah, it's a fatty thing, right? Avocado does the same. You know, my sandwich, instead of the egg mayo, today I use avocado. The oil, there it is. That's written 150 years ago. As eaten in the olive is far preferable to animal oil or fat. You read the statements from God, the oil eaten from the olive. Olives are great. Time and time again she says it. But there it is. So it's better to eat the olive. Olive oil, no sin, but it's better to eat the olive. Now, I'm going to go just till 8:15. Is that okay, 8:15 tonight? It's not going to stress anybody because I started a little later. I was going on a flight. You know, I got upgrades for the amount of miles I flew. I never paid for any. I didn't have any money for an upgrade. First time I got an upgrade, Cathay Pacific, LA, I had a 12-hour day. I thought I was going to miss the flight. They were closing up the desk. I ran up there, got my passport, 2 70-pound bags, had to transfer in LAX airport, 2 70-pound bags. I said, ma'am, can I get on that plane? She looked at me, the Chinese lady, looked at me, give me your passport. Opened the counter back up because I had missed the time. And she handed me my boarding pass and the thing was red instead of green. I thought, that's, because I'd had a lot of flights, red instead of green. I looked at that thing and it said business class. I looked at her, and she's a Buddhist, right? I'm sorry. And I said, praise the Lord, jumped up in the air. I danced. Is that okay? We discussed that dancing in the church. I danced 10 feet in the air. Praise the Lord. I said, this is a business class ticket. She said, that's right, sir. I got back in that seat, working those controls. You know, I was so happy. Now you tell me, if you had a choice between economy to cheap seat, and I got my knees and my chin on those cheap seats. I'm 6'5", or business class or first class. What would you choose, Daniel? You had no-brainer, dear friends. First class. Why would anybody choose inferior if you could have the best? Right? Isn't that good? Isn't that good? Yeah. Why would you choose rap if you could have heavenly music? Why would you choose? Yeah. I want the best, don't you? Empty calories. Now, again, I'm reviewing because when I got out of here, I thought, I wish I'd said this. That's right. You can see, look, carbs, same amount. Fiber, none. Sugar, about the same amount. Then all the rest, gummy bears, 0. Processed foods, they take a hit. They're empty calories. You can do it with anything. I just use gummy bears. Now, I'm almost ready to start. Got a lady from Andrews. You know what her orientation. She's from Andrews, came down. I think she was in her early 40s. Early 40s. I talked to her on the phone. Never saw her until she came. Breast cancer, both breasts removed, chemotherapy, coming, bald, coming to build up her immune system so the cancer doesn't come back. I came in and I met her, and she's sitting here, a lady that has a wig on, and she looks at me, I look at her, a tragic story. Now, here's the question. Was she suffering from mental, physical, emotional, psychological, environmental? What kind of stress was she suffering from? All of them. Trying to go home to the husband, physically changed, worried about cancer coming back, and go down no list. All of them. Now, she came to us for help. If you go to a secular place, you might get some help with the physical, but the rest, they draw a blank. But she came to the right place, right? Because she can get help with what? Every single one of them. We got the all-around message that reaches everybody. That does not. That's a bald-faced lie. There is no work weight loss. You would agree, right? Come on, you would agree. Rapid fat loss diet, 14 days, give me a break, ain't no such thing. Oh, Cora, yes. So I did that, right? Boom, no quick fix. Now we're ready to go. Each year, Americans spend, now is weight loss a big money industry? I don't know about Canada, but I'm sure as far as I can tell, Canada is just like America. I can't tell any difference. You got a Canadian dollar and you got Ken Hortons instead of Starbucks. But other than that, I can't tell any difference. You're still dishing out the poison, right? Now, they say in America all the Canadians are fat. I don't know. I don't know. Oh,
You look at 1940, everybody comes here,
oh, he gave you the whistle. Each year, Americans spend $70 billion on commercial weight loss programs. Fatigue, 62%. Now here it comes. Fatigue, 62%. Financial constraints, money, 58%. And lack of motivation are the big barriers to a healthy lifestyle. My dear friends, tonight, it's all free, no financial constraint. Fatigue, well, if you're too tired to sit in the chair, I'm sorry. And 53, motivation. Because there is plenty of information in the secular world. You can go to Cornell, get your master's degree in ethics, and you can tell you how to eat, but can't tell you how to think. So, biggest barriers, we're about to topple that one. These are look at what they're selling: flat abs, shed one size. They push their magazines using weight loss. Yeah, 1 Samuel 16:7. I don't see as a man sees. You look on the outside, but I look where? On the heart. God's not looking at your abs. Eat more, weigh less. Is that possible? Oh, yes. Now, it's going to get a little strict now. Calories. Yeah. So we did, I was 30 years in institutional health programs and working overseas. So you see pictures in the jungle and pictures in the city. Well, I was both. My wife was the general manager. We having a weight loss program. Ladies come, you got 12 ladies, 300 pounds each. Yeah. And they're there to do what? Lose weight. Are they Christians? Not necessarily, but they want to lose weight, right? The common bond. So Darlene takes them into the kitchen and tells them what they can and cannot eat. Now, you tell me, Darlene says, here's the lettuce. How many cups can I have? 50. Here the bell peppers are. How many cups can I have? 6. Celery, a cucumber, a cup, 16 calories. How many tomatoes am I limited to? 150? Don't you see it, friends? There's no calories. It's jam-packed full of nutrition and no calories. You burn more putting it in your mouth, exercising your elbow, than you'll get in your stomach. You burn it up where it hits belly. This is not fiction. This is fact. Oh, then Darlene gets to the nut butter bar. Okay, what's she tell him when she hits the nut butter? Whoa! Now wait, knock yourself out. Now, we grind it ourselves, champion juice, we make it. It's organic, it's good, it's healthy. There it is. Which nut butter is the highest in fat? You said what, walnuts? Oh. Well, now I'm going to fact check myself. Okay, well, let's see. Saturated fat. Now, I do not have time to encompass this, but the carbon chain, you look on the top, no double bonds in the saturated fat, that's the problem. If you don't know what a double bond means as far as maximize that on the hydrogen on the carbon chain, that's not for here, it's not time. But there's a distinct difference, okay? No double bonds, fully saturated with what? Hydrogen. This is they were mixing the hydrogenated oils. They bubble hydrogen through it, turn the oil into hydrogenated oil because at room temperature it's solid and it sticks to the chip instead of running through the bottom of the bag. By the way, they're the trans fats. They've been banned everywhere. I don't know about Canada, but trans fats, no more. They are worse than the Crisco. There's the nuts. Now, you can't see that. I'm going to blow it up so you can read it. On the blue is the bad guy, right? That's saturated fat. So, there we go. On top, you want the lowest blue, right? Hazelnuts. Can't afford those. Pine nuts. Can't afford those. Pecans, they're expensive in the States. But walnuts, almonds, of course, this is oil on here too. We're talking about just nuts. So the best, walnuts or almonds or pecans, if you're going to make nut butter, as far as saturated fat content. That's all. Yeah, because in this chart it had oil. Those are the best as far as the least saturated fat. But ignore the oil parts. Well, canola oil is not, you want to make nut butter out of that. So I'm just ignoring the oils. Okay. And there's the worst. Some of those are almost all saturated fat. Like, for instance, coconut has 52% of its fat, 92% of the 52 is saturated fat. Yeah, those are the, yeah. Calorie density, the number of calories in a given weight of food. Now, that sounds a little confusing. It won't be in 3 minutes. You have a given weight of food. I'll show you. On the left, you got mixed nuts. On the right, you got an apple. How many calories on each side? The same. The same. All right? The same. 4 apples, Snickers bar, virtually the same. Do you know what that is on the left? On the left. Tomato soup? Yes. Yes, you know what that was? How do you know what that is? It is a chicken nugget. How do you know that? Guilt. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know those. Me too. But same amount of calories. Tomato soup, chicken McNugget, same amount of calories. Fig bars, cantaloupe, same amount of calories. 200 calories of apples, 200 calories of cheese, that's the same. 4 gummy bears, 1 pineapple, 450 calories. Now, I'm not kidding you. I fact-checked myself today to make sure that was right. Now, let's reason together. Vegetables, 1 pound of vegetables is 100 calories. We saw that chart, right? Eat 100 tomatoes, 25 cups of lettuce, all you want. And the lady say, huh? All you want. Finish the sentence. Eat more and way less. So vegetables, 100 calories per pound. That's nothing. Fruits, 300 calories per pound. Whole grains, that's still low calorie. 500 calories. A man's 2,500 calories a day. Whole grains, 500 calories. Beans, 600 calories. Now something happens. There is a threshold. When you cross it, calorie density, the calories per pound skyrockets. Animal foods, refined carbs and white flour, table sugar, junk food, and oils. Got to be careful. Now, this is a different chart form. 100 calories per pound. There's your, it says non-starchy. Non-starchy means like a lettuce or a kale. Starchy is like the sweet potato growing in the ground, or a potato. 200 to 300 calories per pound for the fruits. 400 calories per pound for things like potatoes. Then you got the grains, nuts, barley, oats, wheat. 600 calories per pound when you get up into the beans and the heavier stuff. That's still not many calories. And so there's a nice chart I saw. I didn't make this one. I got this from somebody. The green light. When you get to the yellow, you better begin to stop, right? And then you got the red light. Now, if you notice, does it say it where? Nuts and seeds. That's whole food, plant-based. But it's sky high in oil. It's fat in that nut. It's healthy fat. It's whole food, plant-based fat. But nevertheless, it has a lot of calories. So do we eat nuts and seeds? Yes. But, thank you. A+ class. Now, yeah. This is what your stomach looks like. This is the beauty of calorie density. On the left, you eat, how many calories is that? These students have taken in mind, doesn't give a calorie count. I got to get one with the numbers on it. Okay, I'll get the numbers on it. 200 calories, a little cup of oil, or the apple. When you add, now, true or false, when you add sugar and fat to a food, the calories go up. But it doesn't occupy any more room in the stomach, right? It does not increase bulk. It does not add bulk. Is that true? Yeah, it's true. Now, this is probably the main factor in shutting your lips because it shut your brain. Stretch receptors lining the entire stomach. What actuates them? The pressure from a full stomach. That's it, from a full stomach. Now, these has 300 calories on the left. Man, I can't have another bite. I'm full, gotta stop. 300 calories on the right. I hadn't had anything to eat yet, I'm starving. Not even. Yeah, that's the problem. Now, 400 calories, each stomach, right? 400 calories of oil. I ain't even scratched the surface on lunch yet. 400 calories on vegetables. Gotta stop, can't handle anymore. I'm eating more, I'm weighing less, higher nutrition, lower fat, I'm ready to go, high energy, yeah, and on and on and on. Now, here's the danger. These are both healthy. They're both good, aren't they? Yeah, grapes and raisins. But when you dehydrate the raisins, the bulk shrinks because the water's been removed. So you're prone to eat more. Do I eat raisins? Yes. Dried fruits? Careful. 500 calories. This is a nice, I like this little chart. Oil, cheese, a little more. Meat, a little more. Potatoes, beans, and rice, a lot more. Fruits and vegetables, can't take another bite. No more, no more. Now, if you're trying to lose weight, what plan should you be on? That's it. But you need potatoes, and you need some rice. You need those things, but that's low calorie too. You go from 100 to 300 to 400, that's nothing for calories. Now, before I show you the answer, I'll ask you the question. Oh, good. I didn't have the answer up here. So we're going for we don't want a lot of calories. We want a lot of nutrition, don't we? Yeah. Okay, now you tell me. And this is what I'm using. I'm using the United States' ANDI index, Aggregate Nutrient Density Index. They measure foods for nutrient density, not calorie density. What is the most nutrient-dense food on the planet Earth? No. Now, porridge is good. Orange. I thought you said porridge. I like oranges and porridge, but that's not it. Huh? What's that? A berry? Oh, acai. No, not a berry. Good guess, but it's not a berry. Greens. No. What's the most nutrient-dense food on planet Earth? By far. Yes, you're close. First place, you get the prize. On top, kale, mustard, collards, bok choy, greens, callaloo, all the greens. They are jam-packed full of nutrition, and they got no calories. Come on, no-brainer. What are you having for lunch? That's right, but don't add, what do people put on top of the callaloo, though? Yeah, well, no. Oil or whatever you put on. I'm going to put some good salad dressing on. We'll get to that in a second. But that's it. Now, phytochemicals, vitamins, minerals, and fibers. That's what you get in the whole food plant-based diet. Last night, the power of fiber in regards to prostate cancer. I'm sorry, breast cancer. Tonight, just a short word about prostate cancer. If you don't know what you're a nurse, aren't you? Are you a nurse? Nobody's a nurse? You could be? Samantha, you're not here. Well, you correct me if I'm wrong anyway, but you won't know. The prostate, for ladies don't know what it is. Prostate is the size of a walnut. It sits, you might not know what it is either. It's leading killer for you. Leading killer for you, well, I don't know. Prostate cancer. Okay, size of a walnut. It sits right underneath the bladder. It sits right in front of the anus. And so when the doctor uses his index finger to check your prostate, he puts it up your anus, your rectum, and he feels the prostate to see if it's hardened or enlarged. Because the prostate has a little tube, goes right through the urethra, and the bladder goes through the prostate. So if you have an enlarged prostate, even if you don't have cancer, they call it benign prostatic hyperplasia. If you don't have cancer, yeah. And they say, well, I'll show you a chart who's going to get it. But the urethra goes through the prostate, and if it's swollen or enlarged, you can't quite empty your bladder. You're up 5, 6, 7 times a night, you still feel like you've got to pee, all right? Now, as far as the prostatectomy, as far as removing of the prostate, you ask somebody that has that done. Oh, last resort. There it is. Now, you find your age on there. You see it peaks out. It's like you got no hope. Everybody's getting it. The older you get, the more likely you are to contract it. So I'm the 65 to 69. My risk is quite high. Yeah, that's what they say. They say that. If you live long enough, you'll get it. I say Deuteronomy 33:25, as thy day, so shall thy strength be. Boom. Ecclesiastes 9, verse 11, the race is not to the swift, the battle is not to the strong. It's not dependent upon your strength, your health, or your wealth. It's the Christ. And the Christ can keep you out of the cancer ward and in his service. I believe that because I'm here. Intake of grains, and now I looked at all the science, fact check it, go home and look on there, fiber and prostate cancer. Intake of grains and dietary fiber and prostate cancer, aggressiveness by race. Black, white, yellow, green, and it's a nice article, PubMed, National Institute of Health. Yeah, it's it. Ooh, if you don't know about that, I need to tell you after the meeting. It's free service. It's an archive of all the journals, the scholarly journals, the scientific journals, British Journal of Medicine, AMA, and all of them. Clemson, USC, University of California, Davis, everything's in there. You can read it for free. Dietary fiber intake and prostate cancer outcomes and all-cause mortality, findings from a secondary analysis, the prostate, lung, colorectal. Yeah, I read the thing. Colorectal. Yeah, this colon cancer thing is killing everybody in Southeast Asia. You know what it said? High fiber, yeah, to fight it. And especially the gastrointestinal system, because that colon cancer was caused by something. Let me go off on a 45-second tangent. You have diverticulosis, you have hemorrhoids, you have varicose veins, all fiber-related diseases. Let me tell you where I got educated on that. I was in the administration at Wildwood Hospital. I was not taking care of patients. I got a call. Dr. Nelson, our surgeon, wanted me to help him. Yeah. Went over there, got on Darlene was one of the surgeon techs, handing Dr. Nelson the instruments. I got all gloved up, went out there. There was a man there that weighed 150 kilos. Dr. Nelson said, your job is to take that man and hold him like this. Okay, so I held him in position. I'm looking square at his, and he's got 6 severely enlarged hemorrhoids. And I'm watching. I got a front row seat, and Dr. Nelson asked for an instrument, and it looked like when he got it, the word wasn't tweezers, but that's what she handed him, tweezers. What's he going to do with that? And then he asked for a scalpel. I knew what that was, scalpel and tweezers. I said, no, yes. He grabbed those hemorrhoids and he cut them off, sutured them up. And I thought, when that man wakes up, he's going to know something. And I started thinking to myself, no more white pasta, right? I could see my yeah. On the job, education. Dear friends, I do not want to end up like that. That is a diet that is void of fiber, and if you eat refined foods, you get no fiber. A high fiber diet, I put what I read on there. I'm sorry, there it is. That's off of PubMed, the search. A high fiber diet from whole grains may help reduce the risk of prostate cancer, especially advanced forms, by binding and eliminating toxins. Now that leads us right into the leaky gut, the microbiome. That's going to be Friday night or something, I'm not sure when, but autoimmune diseases and all the rest. You don't have to have it. I got lupus, I got type 1 diabetes, I got fibromyalgia, I got, what do you call that? I can't think of it. All these, there's more autoimmune diseases now than, they're everywhere. What it means is, well, the body's attacking you instead of the disease, and we don't know what causes it. One example, got on a plane one time, a Delta flight. She said, nobody's going to be serving peanuts today. And if you have some, don't open them. We have a man on board that is allergic, and if he smells a peanut, he goes into anaphylactic shock. Now, there's nothing wrong with peanut. The problem was that man, his immune system would kill him if he smelled a peanut. Something ain't right, and it's not the peanut. Can you correct autoimmune diseases? You can try. You can try. Well, why not? Why not try it? What do you got to lose? Consuming 25 to 35 grams of fiber daily from whole grains, fruits, vegetables, and legumes is a recommended approach for general health and potentially for preventing prostate cancer. Why not give it a try? Why not give it a try? Oh, I know. So on the left, can't eat any more. On the right, zero. There is no fiber in anything. Fish, cheese, eggs, dairy, no fiber whatsoever. I'm not saying you should do anything. I'm not saying you should do anything. I'm not talking about you. I don't tell people what to do. But I say this, whatever you do will dictate your future. Cancer ward or okay, phytochemicals. 30 years ago, 40 years ago, people didn't know what a phytochemical was. Phyto, plant, chemical. Those are what fruits. How about that? Now, there are some things in this. Now, you don't need to know these words. I'm going to use some big words. You don't need to know the words. Carotenoids. You don't need to know that. You need to know orange. That's orange. Now, you tell me something orange is good for. Yes. Yes. All right. We'll take eyes. I'm taking eyes because I got a picture of the eyes. So it converts beta carotene into vitamin A. It's in the orange fruits. Do you need some? I mean, that's scientific. That's true. That's true. Fact check it. So it's good to eat orange fruits. Now, if you're a man trying to fight prostate cancer, good to eat red fruits. I can name 20 or 30 of them. You could too, right? Now, you go buy $25 for a lycopene supplement, it does not work. When you take it apart from God's package, no, it does not work. We had a man, 30-second tangent again, had a man came there, prostate cancer, had this little herbal type thing, and he's paid, I don't know, a ton of money for it. I said, well, let's go get it, read the ingredients list. He came back, it said corn silk, what's that herb they use for it? Saw palmetto, corn silk, hibiscus. So I can buy a pound of each of those for $14 on Amazon. And you got a little bottle here you pay $40 for, $60. So, dear friends, when they isolate certain parts, they can raise the price. They cannot sell you a tomato for $60. Cancer-preventing, heart-healthy lycopene. Eating more tomatoes may help prevent prostate cancer. You got to do more than just eat a tomato, but certainly eating tomatoes is a plus. Now, you don't need polyphenol and all that, and terpenoids and organ sulfur compounds. Forget all that. You just got to do what? That's what they say. Eat the rainbow. Eat all the different colors. If you're not eating all the colors, you're not getting everything. Got to be quick. Go.
Yeah, lycopene. I heard that if you're eating a tomato, it's best to have it
cook.
Yeah, much better, much more available.
That's the example we use. Well, you say cooking is okay. Cooking, you lose a little nutrients. It's true. You lose a little bit when you cook, but you gain some in other foods, tomatoes being one. So I eat both. I eat raw, I eat cooked. I made tomato soup today. And if you're not getting all the nuts, all the rainbow, let me give an example. There's no selenium in almonds, but Brazil nuts are packed with selenium. So you a variety if you can. Eat a variety. If you're missing out on the red, you're missing out on some things. You got to get the whole color if you can. Okay, no problem. Danger, men cooking. Salt. Salt. USDA says, well, upper limit, 2,300 milligrams. That's bogus. You need 1,500 milligrams a day. 2,300, 1,500 is what you need, recommended a day. And now keep that in mind, 1,500 milligrams. I got this poster, excessive sodium, it's talking about heart disease. I blew it up so you could read it. High blood pressure. Leading risk factor for death in women in the United States, contributing to nearly 200,000 female deaths each year. Now, where I put a pointer. Kids who have a high sodium diet are twice as likely to develop high blood pressure. You mean there is a causal link between sodium and high blood pressure? Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I don't eat too much salt. you've got to take the, I put arrows on it. You got to take the servings per container. How many servings in this container? No, 8. How many milligrams? 130. So how much sodium in that bag of chips? 8 times 130, way over 1,000. You sit down and eat the whole bag of chips, you've about just spent your sodium allowance for the day. Salty 6, and this is hillbilly town where I come from. I don't know about Canada. Pizza, jam-packed full of salt. Biscuits and gravy, salty. Collard greens with fat back, you had a lot of salt in those greens. Processed foods, they know you like salty, sweet, fat, and fire. And they make it like that. And you buy it, you eat it, and you go to the grave. Processed and cured meats, fried chicken, fried catfish. Now, why they put so much salt in it, well, that's for another time. Now, this is interesting. I don't know, do you have a UK Big Mac or a USA Big Mac? You're Canadian, you probably got a UK Big Mac. UK Big Mac. Look at the total fat. Total fat 34 grams, total fat 24 grams. Look at the sodium. It's double the difference. But by law, McDonald's has to tell you their nutrition facts when you walk in the door if you request it. Now, if 1,500 a day is, and they're going to give you, just in the Big Mac, 2,200. You are setting your feet toward, what do they call that thing? Code Blue? Now, this is Olive Garden. You have those in Canada? You do? Okay. It's the soup and salad. A lot of the church members would go there so they could get something vegetarian. But it's 1,600 calories. That's one serving. They refill you for free. One serving, 1,600 calories. I'm saying you got to be a fact checker and a calorie counter if you want to avoid hypertension. And stress, there are other things too, not getting enough sleep. I know there's lots of things. But salt is certainly a factor. Carbs. There is a lot of bad press regarding carbs. What they do not tell you, Harvard does. Good carbs versus bad carbs. By the way, everything on that plate's a carb. My breakfast this morning was a carb. That's a carbohydrate. Simple carbs versus complex. There's a world of difference. On the left, donuts, cookies, cakes, Cokes. On the right, mangoes, peppers, carrots. This is Harvard. I blew it up so you could read it. Don't be misled by fad diets that make blanket pronouncements on the dangers of carbohydrates. They provide the body with fuel it needs for, somebody says, you need to be on a low-carb diet. What do you mean, low carb? What do you want me to take out? Stop eating spinach. Stop eating chard. Stop eating blueberries. Stop eating. Have you lost your mind? Have you gone crazy? That's the healthiest, lowest calorie, jam-packed. That's the best food on planet Earth. They're telling me not to eat it anymore. Oh, you got a little bit of twinge of arthritis in your thing. Get off the nightshade family. Stop eating potatoes and tomatoes. I got arthritis in my wrist from eating Big Macs, not from eating a tomato. They provide, I'm sorry. That sister would tell me I got a little mean there. I got to straighten up. I'm sorry. Forgive me. They provide the body with fuel it needs for physical activity, for proper organ function. They are an important part of a healthy diet, but they make a distinction. Some kind are better than others. Here's their distinction. The best sources of carbohydrates, I wonder if that guy read Ministry of Healing, because he's about to quote right from it. Whole grains, fruits, vegetables, nuts, beans promote good health by delivering vitamins, minerals, fiber, and a host of important phytonutrients. Easily digested refined carbohydrates from white bread, white rice, and other refined grains, pastries, sugar, sodas, and other highly processed foods may contribute to weight gain, interfere with weight loss, and promote diabetes and heart disease. I don't need to say more. So as we wind down, I'll be done in 18 minutes. Now you got to reason with me on this. On top, fruits, vegetables, starchy vegetables, whole grains, legumes. They are high in water, high in fiber, high in vitamins, high in nutrients, low in fat, low in calories, low in calorie density. They're fruits, vegetables, starchy vegetables, potatoes, sweet potatoes, whole grains, legumes, beans, chickpeas. They are, in the good stuff, sky high. In the bad stuff, doesn't exist. Now, in contrast, cakes, cookies, donuts, candy, pretzels, Oreos, Three Musketeers bars, they're low in water, fiber, vitamins, nutrients, high in what? They're high, salt, thank you. I need to add that to my list. They're high in everything bad and hardly any of anything good. That's a no-brainer. Which way do you want to go? First class or last class? That's it. Pretty simple. Now, this is Americans, and I got the chart to show you after I read it. 90% of Americans, of the carbs consumed in America, is junk food. The average American consumes less than one serving of a complex carb each day. Evidence, fact check, right there. U.S. food consumption as a percentage of calories. The Americans process food 63%. Notice the plant food, the good stuff, 12%. That's almost 90%. This is in pie chart form. 11% the green, whole grains, beans, fruits, vegetables, and nuts, 11%. That means 90% what Americans are eating is junk. I work in America for 30 years. I've been doing this. And it's junk. I used to be a junk food junkie too. I ate monkeys and snakes and everything else. I was in the military. Yeah, we ate anything that walked. Or slithered, or crawled. I won't tell you the things I've eaten. But you know, James 4:17, to him that knoweth to do right, doeth it not. To him that is, I didn't know. Let me just go off on another 30-second tangent. All right, today, if I go back into the beer joint, is that different from being in there when I was 25? Oh, yes. It's a world of difference. If I go to the barbecue house today, is that different from when I was 25? I'll give you, in closing, 3 or 5 little suggestions and tips. Number one, don't trust anything the label says. If it says whole grain bread on the front, it does not mean a hoot in hell. You got to look at the ingredients list. And if it does not say whole wheat flour, it is not whole. It's processed. What do they take out? Yesterday, you said, or the sister said, the wheat, the germ. The germ has all the B vitamins. The germ has all the B vitamins. The fiber has all the fiber. The husk, the outer covering, they rice, wheat, they take it off. You got to learn to read labels. It's essential. You got to learn to read labels. Go to YouTube. The best guy, I would suggest start with a guy named Jeff Novick, not a Seventh-day Adventist. Used to be his work was with Kraft Foods, tricking up the labels. Part of the weight in volume, part of the weight in weight. You can't even figure it out by there. What they say is accurate, but you got to be able to discern past those numbers and see the weight or the volume or what it is. You've got to learn to read labels. And then portion distortion. You get your figures on sodium, calories, and all the rest, but who goes into McDonald's and gets half a burger? That's the figure they give you. Oh, this is what's in my burger, but it's only for half, and half the fries. If you eat a whole burger, you got twice that. Is that tricky? Very tricky. Very tricky. Yeah, portion distortion. So you got to not only see how many servings, but serving size. Mayo's got 11,000 calories in it. Serving size, you're not going to eat that much. You're going to eat this much. I may have that picture in here. I don't know. Then dilution is the solution. What I mean by that is that. Nuts sky high. They're healthy, right? It's Brazil nuts in there too. They're healthy. Oh, yeah. And on the other side, it's healthy too. I like fat, don't you? It makes food taste good. Easy does it. So take just a few and put them on top of those carbohydrates. And then put on your soy milk. We make our soy milk. We take the blender. A Vitamix is what you need. You need a Vitamix because it's so powerful. We put in our water, 4 cups. We put in a cup of soybeans, the whole bean. You buy soy milk, you buy almond milk, any milk in the store. It's mostly water. It's processed. You do not get almonds in almond milk. You get 2 almonds. It's not. We put the. That's true. That's true. Fact check it. Put,
10% chocolate is
Yeah.
almond and the rest 9% water.
yeah. And then they have to have thickeners because it's so watery. So they thicken it up and do different things. But you come to my house, we put the soybeans in. I like fat though. A little fat makes it taste good. What am I going to throw in there? Processed food? I'm going to process my milk? No. What? Avocado and soy milk? Ugh. What? What you say? Now, the problem with cashews, remember, it's one of the highest nuts in saturated fat. Cashews are okay, no sin, but it's one of the highest nuts in saturated fat with peanuts. Huh? What kind of nut? Yeah, Brazil nuts? Oh, I'm going for like almonds or walnuts. I'm throwing in 2 walnuts. And so my brother, it's Brother Eddie, right? Brother Eddie wants a little fatter. He puts in 3. It's okay, your business, not mine. I like it sweet. What do I put in? Dates. How many? 6. He doesn't like it like that. He puts in 3. You tailor make it, but when it's done, bzzz, there it is. You pour it out. That is whole food, plant-based milk. You cannot buy it in the store, period. Oh, yeah, we soak it. Now, the preparation process, I've got 300 recipes with me of the recipes we use at our health center. My wife made them. They're all whole food, plant-based, and they include how to prepare, how to make it, how to grind flaxseed, everything from A, B, C's of cooking. And it comes with a guarantee. My wife, I give you the phone number. You ever have a question about a recipe, you call her. She'll tell you anything you want to know. So there's breakfast. What do you think? Yeah, or oatmeal. I'm big into oatmeal. Quinoa's fine. If it's whole quinoa. If it's, I'm into whole grains. Aren't you? Why? I don't get prostate cancer. Do you? Not that I know of. I put whole grain, whole food, soy milk on that, or almond. So I'm at home? Yeah, all over it. It's still whole food plant-based. Yeah, it's still, that's whole food plant-based, that's carbohydrates. Is there some fat in the walnuts and in the soybeans? Yes. It's okay, I need some fat. Don't you need fat? I like fat, don't you? There's breakfast. A few nuts, pretty simple. Now, yeah, we need some volume back here. I want to show you in closing something. I showed a video, and most of you weren't here. My wife is 70 years old. That video was a year old. My wife is now 71. This is a video of her, and the 70-year-old, you weren't here. She spends it was like all day digging ditches, shoveling hay, plowing in the garden with a handheld, push-powered hand tiller. So this is a little different angle on it. We have corn, field corn, and it's very hard. And so you put it in a hand grinder, and she grinds the corn. We grind the corn by hand. It's a lot of exercise. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of laughter as we do it. A lot of work. But it's a lot of exercise. So here's Darlene at 71.
Okay, this is a lot easier this time because we grind the corn several times, and this is the second grinding. And every time it gets a little bit easier as it gets finer. So what we're aiming for is some cornmeal and some grits. So the grits are coarser and the cornmeal's fine, so we'll sift it at the end after maybe one more grinding. I just keep tightening this up so it gets finer and finer each time.
Come on, Darlene. You got another 25 pounds of corn to do. That's right, brother. 71.
We eat pretty simple. We eat mostly what we grow.
Beans and greens.
Beans and greens. We eat a lot of squash, sweet potatoes, Irish potatoes, all kinds of greens.
I'd eat more watermelons if I had them.
Well, we've got some vines growing. I'm hopeful.
Yeah.
And we did get rain this morning. It was such a blessing because we haven't had rain in several weeks. It was just dry as dust out here. I've been trying to run the drip irrigation to keep everything going, but it just doesn't do the same thing. And we'd been praying for rain, and we got quite a downpour. It rained for maybe several hours this morning, pretty hard.
Yeah, we went out dry on our walk and came back wet.
I didn't even care. It started raining, and I just kept walking. I came back soaked, but I was just so thankful for the rain. I was praising God the whole way.
No, God is good.
Amen to that. I am the messy gardener, and this is the messy garden. You're helping me not be so messy.
Yeah.
Thank you for your weeding.
Yeah. They say behind every messy is a message.
I don't know.
All right. Have a nice day. Now, when a man goes home, I speak as a man. Well, she acts real sweet and that, but she's not that sweet. No, she's sweet, but I'll stick a clip in there where she's telling me something that she doesn't know is being recorded. But she's sweet. When a man goes home, you're married. Are you married? You're married. You're married. You're married. You're married. When a man goes home and he sits down with his wife, if there is friction in the relationship, does it turn the sweet food sour? Now, if the food is sour, does the relationship turn it sweet? Yes. Doesn't it? Come on, Brother Eddie, doesn't it? Yes, okay, your wife's sitting right beside you. So that's it. It's really simple. Isn't it simple? Come on, isn't it simple? There's no rocket science in this tonight. You go out, I'll end where I started. You go out in the garden, God made it, you can eat it. Hemlock, don't be weird though. Don't be a rebel. You made it. What do? Well, you pick it, you dig it, you boil it, you bake it, you steam it, eat it raw, never fry it. Never fry it.
Deep fry or shallow fry?
Never fry it. Period. If you gotta fry it, if you're going to saute, you ought to try it in water. If you really want that fried French fry thing, go out and get an air fryer. Then you spend a lot of money on that. But air fryer is just hot air, like me. But that's it. Okay? That's simple. This is simple stuff. Is it now? Last question, final exam. Simple stuff. But is it easy? Is it easy to do this plan? No, I meant more like the challenge with appetite. These. Yeah. And we cook from scratch. But in order to make this plan succeed, this is no argument on this one. I'll guarantee you. In order to make the plan succeed, the food has to be healthy, has to smell good, has to look good, it has to taste good. The food has to taste good. If it tastes like sawdust, what's going to hold you to that healthy diet? And I tell you what, dear friends, I can say it. I'm sorry, my wife's the best cook on planet Earth. I sit down at that table, look at that blueberry crisp and burritos, that pizza coming up, and it's all whole food plant-based. I said, Darlene, you love me. I'll tell you what she said to me. 2 things, and I'm done. I'm early. My wife told me 2 things. One was 10 years ago. One was 10 months ago. I got it. I'm early. I was, I'd come out of jail. I'd come out of the booze. I'd come all that stuff. Started reading the Bible. God found this, and I needed a job. Went and got it out. Had majored in English in school. Went and got a job as a reporter. I hadn't worked in a long time. I was a crook. I worked at being a crook, but I got a real job. I know, you're thinking, how could I do that? Dear friends, same way you did, right? You're a sinner saved by grace too, aren't you? Yeah. Aren't you? Come on. So I went to work, came home. My wife and I now had the habit of praying together. I couldn't even believe it when it started. I'm laying in the bed beside my wife. She's my wife. I'm in the bed beside her. She said, let's pray. She said, how was your day? You don't want to know. How was your day? Tell me how your day was. And I told her. I said, well, it was a bad day. I was 35 years old. Went to do a story on a drug rehab center. The lady came on to me there, the manager. It was a wretched day. Darlene said, in the morning, I want you to go down to that paper office, and I want you to, starts with a Q, quit. I said, you're pregnant, we're broke, I've got to have that job. She looked at me, she said, I care more about you than I care about money. Is that the kind of thing a man wants to hear? Oh, yes. I said, yes. The food just got what? Sweet. And then, a few months ago, she looked at me. I'm older now, I'm an old guy now. She said, if there's one breath left in me, I'll take care of you till the day I die. Yes. Yeah. Sour milk just got what? Sweet. That's it. You may have the diet. You may have the whole grain. You tell me, California, this is a land of healthy people. Are there a lot of healthy people out there that are ready to put a gun in their ear and blow their brains out? Yes, ma'am. It is more than just diet and exercise. It's the last but not least, trust in God. I tell you what, I'll pray and then that's it. Dear Father in heaven, simple science. It's not saying it's easy. Not easy to stop drinking. Not easy to stop whatever, but it's possible by your grace. Thank you for the good life you've given to all of us. Help us to embrace it, grow in grace, and may the food on our tables be sweet because you are present, unseen but not unfelt. I ask this in Jesus' name. Amen. Amen. Thank you, folks, for coming out. No meeting tomorrow night, meeting on Thursday. We're going to talk about a very, very difficult subject. Diabetes. Diabetes.